My name is Laura and welcome to another video. Today we're going to do rider position review, and if you have your own pictures that you'd like for me to review, please send me an email, thistleridge@hotmail.com. If you'd like to improve your riding and training, win more ribbons at your next horse show, or if you generally like other horsey related stuff, remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos that we have out. The photos that we're going to be looking at today were sent in by Emma. Thank you so much, Emma, for sending in your photos. They're really good. Some of them a bit blurry, maybe they're from a video, but they're great. Thank you so much. So let's get started. So these are really good photos because they're taken from the side and you can see the profile of Emma's position when she's going over these jumps. Don't think that you have to be jumping to send in your photos. You can send in whatever you like. One of the first things that a judge looks for in equitation class is your head, to see if your head is up and your eyes are up. And you can see in this photograph right here, Emma's eyes are not up. They are down, looking down. Maybe she's looking at something, the next jump, at the ground somewhere. Don't know, but you can tell that she's looking down by looking at the peak of her helmet, and that kind of gives it away of where she's looking. The other thing I noticed that's quite distracting in here is that strap that's hanging down from her chin. That's a chin strap. On the other pictures that she sent in, it's been taken out or she's clipped it off or tied it up somehow, but in this one it's a bit distracting. You can see that she's looking down, and what we'd like for her to be doing is looking up. You can see in this photograph here she's looking up. That picture was the only picture that she was looking down, but I thought I'd show you that you could see with the brim of her helmet that it wasn't up looking forward. Here also you can see she's looking up. The next thing the judge likes to see is a flat back, and you can see in all of these photographs that Emma has a beautiful flat back. Excellent job, Emma. You got a great flat back. One of the most important things that a judge also looks at is the rider's heels. Heels have to be down, and if your heels aren't down, then you can count that the judge might just strike you off their list if you're riding in good company. If your heels aren't down, that means your weight isn't coming down into the stirrup, into your legs, and around the horse, and that's really important. It's important to make sure that you are secure in the saddle and that you're in balance with your horse. If you look at Emma's position, you can see that her heels are down. She's got a very nice position with her leg. It looks like in this picture here with the red sweater that her leg is slipped back and that she may be pinching with her knees, and that's the next one. She may be pinching with her knees, which is causing her to pivot around her knees, with her lower leg slipping back and her upper body slipping forward. We'd like to see a straight line, shoulder, knee, toe. You have a beautiful straight line, shoulder, knee, toe. We'd like to have the straight line more toward the vertical rather than towards the horizontal. If you brought your shoulders back and put your seat closer to the seat of the saddle, it would put you in a better position so that you could not pinch with your knees and allow the weight to come down past your knees and into your lower leg to keep your lower leg still. Let's take a look at another photograph and see if it's the same sort of thing with your pinching with your knees. Jumping over the blankets. It doesn't look like he's wanting to touch those little blankets. Look how tiny that jump is and how much he's lifting his knees up. So you can see here that she's in a great position. She's going with her horse. She's not getting left behind, but she's almost too far ahead of the horse. And you can see that she's gripping with her legs, and her toes have turned out slightly, which means she's gripping with the back of her calves rather than staying with the horse. And you can see also that her seat is over the pommel of the saddle, rather her seat being over the seat of the saddle. There is a straight line, shoulder, knee, toe, but you can see that it is not very vertical. We'd like to have it more vertical, and if you brought your shoulders back a little bit and your seat closer to the saddle, that line would be more on the vertical, like in this position here. Where I put the green line, you can see that that's where we'd like for her to be. Without her legs swinging back, you can see that they've swung back a little bit, and that's because she's pinching with her knee. Want to see her seat closer to the seat of the saddle rather than over the pommel of the saddle. To me, this is the best of all of them. If you draw a line, shoulder, knee, toe, that is the closest to the vertical in all of the pictures that she sent to us. So her seat is over top of the center of the saddle where it should be, and she's got her weight down into her leg rather than pinching with her knee and pivoting and perching over top of the horse. Looks like you got a really good command on understanding of your release. In each of the photographs you have a very good release where the reins are kind of looped, and I'd like to make sure that you do a release in the class, because that is also something that the judge wants to see, is when you're over top of the jump that the horse has the freedom to jump properly and use himself correctly. It's an understanding of what needs to happen for the horse to jump properly. You know, if you're in an equitation class and you do have a tight turn or a rollback after a jump, then yeah, sure, you wanted to be jumping out of hand or have a little bit snugger, more secure contact on that horse's mouth so that you can do the turn properly. In one of them you do have a hackamore in, right? Yeah, this one here. So even though you have a hackamore, you should have a bit more of a release so that you allow your horse to use themselves properly. Really good, lovely position. Generally speaking, it's a really lovely position. Love that you're not interfering with the horse. Love that you're staying with the horse. Would like to see you get your seat closer to the saddle, close your hip angle, close your knee angle, close your ankle angle, so that you're crouching in the saddle more and that your seat is over the middle of the saddle rather than over the pommel of the saddle, and you're kind of standing up in your stirrups trying to stay with the horse. Exercises that this rider can do to help improve her riding position. I would recommend that this rider ride in her 2-point position at the trot, practicing balance over top of her horse, riding without reins so that she can use her upper body different than her lower body. You can be lunged, have somebody lunging you, or if you're riding on your own, have somebody take a video of you. Hey, you can send it back to me as well. Click on that card that's up there, that information card up there. It'll take you to a list of more exercises that you can do. And also trotting over trot rails in your 2-point position, relaxing your shoulders and your back and your legs so the weight comes down into your heel and you're balancing over top of your horse rather than trying to hold yourself in there with your knees. My name is Laura. If you'd like to improve your riding and training, win more ribbons at your next horse show, and generally like other horsey-related stuff, then you are in the right place. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. I'd love to know what you're doing. Thanks now. Bye.